Hi, I'm Kennedy Johnson.
And I'm Jacqueline Taggart.
And we are going to get right down to the issue.
Lobbyists, also known as interest groups, are too influential in our political processes today.
Many of you may be wondering, what is lobbying?
Yes, what is it, Kennedy?
Lobbying is interest groups influencing the decisions of government.
Today in school, we learned about the three main branches of government: lobbyists, fundraisers, and media.
This cartoon represents how lobbyists have become way too influential in government today. What lobbyists do is pay or donate, expecting that politicians will act on their behalf. There's a large correlation between lobbyists and politicians meeting, and the same day a large contribution is made from the business for the politicians' campaign.
This is wrong because the large businesses have lots of money to donate to politicians, and in the end, they get what they want. Stephanie Atkin, an SIRS issues researcher, said the United States has required American citizens who lobby on behalf of foreign governments to register with the Department of Justice since 1938.
The Justice Department had to make lobbying a priority in order for this to happen. Like Stephanie said, it wasn't until Congress became alarmed with this issue. A man by the name John Boehner used to be a Speaker of the House, but he retired and joined a lobbying firm focusing on global business development. There was a lot of speculation when he left the House.
Many say it was because he was more interested in the money. John Podesta was a top Democratic, well-connected lobbyist. He was also Hillary Clinton's former chairman of her political campaign. He brushed away many of his views in order to completely focus on as much money as he could. He represents abusing human rights. He also represented tobacco, defense, and oil interests.
The oil and gas industry spent $141 million in lobbying last year. In a manner virtually identical to tax rates, regulations decrease as corporate lobbying goes up. Corporate interests which cause pollution or pose a risk to public safety can reduce regulations, thus decreasing their costs by lobbying politicians who control their regulations. This cartoon shows an example of that, where the lobbyists are literally telling him what to say even if he won't admit it.
Lobbying is detrimental in many ways. Lobbyists use money to change politicians' views, and many things end up happening that without the presence of money would never have made legal because they overall are detrimental.
Yes, and one of these detrimental issues is the perceived corruption that the public feels is happening when millions of dollars go from special interest groups and companies to politicians' election campaigns. Arguably this, along with other factors, has contributed to the decrease of the public's trust in Congress, which has sent its approval rating down a record low. As you can see based on this graph, lots of large businesses that don't have direct correlation to how government should run donate millions of dollars to get what they want.
Thank you, Jacqueline! Lastly, large businesses such as Google have spent over millions lobbying since 2009. Some shareholders are demanding that the company's Google fully disclose all of its direct and indirect lobbying. This internet giant is giving lots of money to various trade organizations and third-party groups. Other companies, such as Nike and Apple, have spoken against certain policies, while Google continues to fund, which is billions in lobbying.
This cartoon is showing how when a politician doesn't use lobbyists, they essentially have no money for their campaign, despite how good their ideas may be, because so much of a politician's campaign is funded through donations from lobbyist groups. Overall, lobbying has become way too influential in politics, to the point where if you're a large corporation with a lot of money,
You can get just about anything you want out of politics.